Hello, Dwayne here with RV Adventures the Millers. Today's adventure will be changing out our standard Lippert pin box to a Lippert Air Ride pin box. So I'll show you what we got here for the old one and what we're putting on. So here's our old standard pin box, just a plain bolted in 5 bolts on each side, just a standard pin box. Every bit of vibration and bounce from the fifth wheel gets transmitted right to this into your fifth wheel hitch in the bed of your truck. So laying on its side here, you'll see the Trailair Air Ride pin box from Lippert. This has a airbag in it and a shock absorber to absorb the shock coming from the fifth wheel up through the pin box into your hitch. And here's our bolts we took out. We're putting those back in, and once we get this thing mounted up in place, show you what it looks like. Here we have our pin box that we removed from our trailer. This thing is rated for 15,500 pounds, and it is as you can see, not very heavy. Now I'm going to walk over here and show you what we put back in the Air Ride. Here it is. 2 people cannot pick this thing up. It is rated for 21,000 pounds. So if you had a forklift, you got it done. It'll do it. For us, I had a transmission jack in the bed of the truck, and we strapped it onto the platform of the transmission jack and then backed under the nose of the trailer and raised it into place. And this took 2 attempts to get it mounted to the jack correctly, to get it in here where we could get it lined up and get our bolts back in it. So this is not something that was very easy to do, if anybody is wondering. So I'll show you some more here in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Our Trailair Air Ride by Lippert Components. 21,000 pound gross vehicle weight. A little overkill for this Sabre Cobalt 38 DBQ, but hopefully this will help smooth the ride out some. So you have this airbag in here and air fitting on top. This gas strut here, shock absorber, that dampens the bounce. It has an inflate to line on it. So once you have your fifth wheel mounted onto your receiver in your bed, you would inflate the air baffle until there's a line, yellow line up in here is about midway on that line. And this absorbs the chucking from the road bounce. And back here, the pin box we removed only had originally 5 bolts in it. It had 3 in the front and 2 in the rear. This one here allows for 3 bolts to go in the front and 3 bolts in the rear. And I went to the hardware store and picked up a couple more grade 8 bolts to complete this out. You can see here we have 3 bolts in each row of mounting holes, and this took a couple attempts to get this in here and get it placed correctly. Before you ever start removing your old one, what you want to do is you want to take and you want to measure from where your rig is sitting to the bottom of this plate here, and that measurement will be what you go back with this one. And it's going to be a little bit different because this actually is hinged and it slopes downward, but I'm just about a half an inch higher than I was originally here. I was at 48.5. So my calculation, I think once this sits on the receiver in the back of the truck, I think we'll come out right about the same. So it was a fun afternoon getting this up in and mounted. So any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching.